Father, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive.
So RJ, we here now. Made the commitment. Roll Tide. For the last 2 years, I've been in practices and I've been, before games and everything. And the Lord's Prayer has been something that you've always led the team in. And in praying that prayer, what did that really mean for you?
It's really just a way for me and the team to really lock in before the games, after the games. It just really calms us down. Just gets us in our mode and know that the Lord is with us when we play.
Cool. Now, just keeping it real, because I try to keep it 100. There were times I know in practice and even before games, middle of games, halftime, y'all prayed it even going out of halftime. You really won't feel in that prayer. You really won't feel in the coaches. You might not have been feeling me or whatever. But how did you push through and pray that prayer anyway?
Just knowing that even in the darkest times, the best times, the Lord will be with you, so you might as well just bless Him by saying this prayer and really just believing in it even when you're tired.
So even it's like life. I know for me, sometimes even being a pastor or being a Christian, sometimes I've got to do it. Some folks say fake it till you make it. I don't believe in faking it till you make it, but I do believe in doing things in faith even when we don't feel like it. And I want to tell you, man, I appreciate you praying those prayers even though when you weren't feeling it, because, it even encouraged me. I heard you say something when you did your commitment video to Alabama. You said that without God, none of this would be possible. And I hear guys say that a lot of times, but what does that really mean for you? What does it really mean that without God, none of this would be possible? How did He make it possible for you?
Well, without God giving me the ability to wake up every morning and just the work ethic that He gave me and the talent that He blessed me with, really none of this would be possible. I'll probably be just in the house and couch potato, but He woke me up every day and he gave me the attitude to go after it and go get it.
Okay, yes sir. Well, go get it, your shot. Man, shoot that orange ball in there. That's a Grissom ball. What's up? Lord, he gonna scratch. Oh. Come on, man, you gotta hit the ball, bro. But God has made it possible for you, huh? What has been one of the most important areas that He's made it possible for you in?
Really?
Where you thought that, hey, I can't do this.
Really, those nights where it got really hard for me, just not believing in myself some nights, wondering if I still love the game. But He always gave me an answer the day before, the day after. It would just make sure that I knew that I could still do this and I just gotta keep working.
So He does make all things possible.
Sure.
Go ahead, your shot. Try to knock the Crimson Red in over there, brother.
God.
Now we got $100 on this game. No, I'm not a betting preacher, but
there you go.
All right, let's move to the chessboard. I think you might just take me in there. Listen, one of the things I do want to ask you about is your relationship with the Lord. What does that kind of look like? Are you and His partners? Is He your father? He that spiritual authority? When you see Jack Doss, did He remind you of God? What's your relationship with God like?
I kind of see Him as a friend, somebody that I can just talk to normally, not ask for much, but sometimes ask for things, ask for reasons, ask for answers.
Yeah. Has He been faithful in that relationship?
Yes, sir.
Tell you what, boy, you about to be in trouble.
Even though these old head games.
Let me ask you something, since you said that about old head. How do you deal with fear? I remember in your 8th grade year, you were on varsity, and it was your first time coming up, and I think Grissom was in a little bit of trouble, and Coach Moran sent you and Joshua to the table to come in, and I don't think either one of you had played yet that season. And I remember being at the scorer's table, and you and Joshua sat down, and that was the first time I've ever really seen fear in your eyes. I know a lot of times you might have been in fearful situations, but that time I actually saw some fear. And you looked at Joshua, and Joshua looked at you, and both of y'all was like, what are we gonna do? How do you deal with fear, man? Because all of us have to.
You really just gotta take it head on. The pain will probably be temporary, and the pain is most likely fear. If you can overcome your fears, then it won't be a lot of pain.
Good deal. You know, in that book that I always talk to you guys about, it says that God hasn't given us a spirit of fear. And even though we experience fear, there's a spiritual side to fear that comes in to try to paralyze us. And that's one thing that I saw that night that you and Joshua both were able to overcome. And that was y'all didn't let the spirit of fear overcome you guys, and you got out there on the court that night and played pretty well. I think you hit a 3 that night. Of course, you know Joshua wouldn't shoot anything, so he kept passing. But God does help us with our fear, right? Good deal. Another thing I wanted to ask you about is disappointment and discouragement. How did God help you in those areas?
Really just letting me know that everything happens for a reason. And sometimes you're not gonna get the right answer that you want, but as long as you just stay true to the course, stay positive, then a good thing will come someday.
Wow, good deal. You're getting ready to move into that season where you're gonna be a mentor to some guys. And I know coming along, you had a couple of mentors in your life, and I want to give a shout out to my son, Joshua, one of your mentors. What did Joshua mean to you and y'all's relationship, and how are you going to use some of what he was able to how he was able to be effective in your life? How are you going to use that with some of the younger guys?
He was really just like teaching me the ins and outs about life and even basketball. It was bigger than basketball to him, and that meant a lot to me. To my younger teammates, I'll probably try to teach them that everything happens for a reason. Coach knows what he's doing. You just gotta, I know you're not gonna like everything, but you just gotta live with it.
Cool. So Joshua didn't just talk with you and mentor you in basketball. There were other areas too? With the females, how did that go? What was his advice with the female? I'm just asking, man.
He told me if it's easy, that's not what you want.
Oh, okay. So you don't want an easy girl?
You don't want to.
Now, we've not really talked a lot about this, but you're going to Bama, man. You get ready to go head to Bama. What does that mean to you? How does that, make you feel?
It feels pretty good knowing that, I'm a kid from Bama. Playing with Alabama across my chest, it's just going to make me play even harder, because you just want to put on for your city, for your state. So it's really it for him. Got to pull that dog mentality.
Yeah, Jay, since you've been given this opportunity, I always talk to y'all about that little book, which is actually the Bible. I just couldn't use it, that term in school. But the Bible says, to him who's given much, much is required. When you think about, man, I've got this great opportunity, because that's what it is. God's giving you an opportunity to do something you dreamed about, you always wanted to do, and play basketball at the next level, which is college. Now that you've been given this opportunity and you're going to Alabama, what do you feel like you owe the game of basketball?
I got to give everything I got. I can't be lazy. I got to go after it. I got to take care of this opportunity and try to maximize it to the highest level that I can.
Cool. I heard Charles Barkley say something one day, and he pretty much said, listen, I don't have the responsibility of being a role model, meaning that, my behavior really is my behavior, and I don't owe a certain behavior or certain characteristics or things of that nature to anybody that's looking up to me. Do you feel like, because you've been given this opportunity, this platform, do you feel like you owe these younger guys anything as far as the way you live your life, the choices you make, and things of that nature?
Most definitely. I can teach them the right things to do and the wrong things not to do. Because not everybody's perfect. Everybody messes up sometimes. But I feel like I could teach them more about life than basketball. It doesn't always have to be about basketball.
Cool. So you're gonna take this opportunity to live in a way that these young kids can gain from you. And also, when it comes to the way you live your life and taking advantage of this opportunity, what about the people that have invested in you? First of all, like your mom and your dad, and I heard you talk in your video, your commitment video, about your sisters and your rest of your family and Jock and those that have invested in you. What do you think you owe them?
Really, I feel like I owe them the world. Not gonna lie,
Cool.
I owe them more than money can buy. Just the love and support that they give me.
it's really hard to pay that back, but I'm gonna try my best.
Cool, cool. You know, I've had the privilege of being able to know your dad and your mom. Your dad a little bit better than your mom. Your dad's a quiet guy, but I know that he knows his basketball. I know he played ball in Virginia, my hometown, go VA, and he also played with Boo Williams. But your mom, man, she was always kind of in the background, but I could always tell her strength was in you. It was just something I knew that you had the strength of your mom inside of you. Talk to me a little bit about your relationship with your mother.
My mom, that's really like my best friend, you know. Not every day is perfect, but we try to make it, you know. Just seeing her give a lot when she didn't have a lot, it made me want to go harder for her. And every game, it just made me go harder.
Cool, cool. Your dad, man, somebody told me, a little birdie, I don't know, but somebody told me that Brother Franklin played an instrument or something in the church or something like that. Is that true?
Yes, sir. He played that guitar.
Okay, cool. I'm going to have to invite him over to the church and let him play a little bit for us. And you sing and he play.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Listen, RJ, you know, we can't control the outcome of things. That's in the hands of God, and that's where our faith comes in at. But if this thing ends up perfect, what does perfect look like for RJ in his basketball career?
My mom with a big house, me with a family, and just chilling after I'm retired from the NBA.
Amen. What about them season tickets for Pastor Leon? What about that? I mean, that's got to be a part of the perfection, I think, or something.
That was going to happen anyway.
Oh, cool. Let me ask you this, RJ. If you had an opportunity to ask God one question today, what would that question be?
Out of all my family members and friends, why did you choose me?
Wow, cool. And I guess I'll go a little further. If you could ask God to answer one prayer for you today, what would that one prayer be?
That me, Pastor Leon, and Jason all make it home safely today.
Well, praise the Lord, brother. I appreciate that. Hey, man, one thing, you know, and I just want you to be honest on this. I don't want you to, you know, exaggerate. What y'all young folks say, no cap or nothing else. You know, in this shoe game, which, you know, I get in every now and then, you kind of get in every now and then. In this shoe game, who has the tightest, which old man has the tightest shoe game you know? So I'm saying, what's up? What do you think?
These right here, you know what I'm saying? They gotta come for me. The ones right here, that you don't wear those, don't come with me. Really, this section right here.
Dude, I'm gonna have to put you out of here. I can see that now. Only thing you can have is this blanket over here. You can have that. But check out them hats, man. You ain't even said nothing about these. Dude, come on, dude. I don't play. Let me get you up out of here.
That's the opposite.
That'll work. It would be a little bit tighter, but I've got some empty boxes because you've been in my vault. Man, bless you, man. I'm so proud of you and what God has done in your life.